I had only written one name in my notebook to play Divine G, and it was Colman. And
when we walked out of the theater as journalists, we watched so many films during a film festival, so many. And usually, as soon as you walk out, you got somewhere else to be. We walked out of the theater, and every single one of us stood there and chatted, and stood there and talked about how the film felt and things that we were thinking about. And I love the film festival. It's my favorite time of the year, but moments like this is reminding me why I love it. So congratulations, and I want to share that with you because in a time where we're so busy and we have the next thing to go to and the car is waiting for us, we were stuck. So
thank you.
Tip of the hat to you. Congrats.
Thank you. I'll just say, I heard something, maybe you relate to it, but from someone who had seen the movie as well recently said, it reminds me of something I lost a long time ago that I wanted to find again. So thank you for what you said.
This is the reason why I do the work that I do. I try to be in service to humanity, truly. And I feel like that's truly been my North Star throughout my entire career, which is like, can I be a part of things that matter, that make a difference? I don't consider myself to be an extraordinarily political person, or I have my thoughts and ideas, and I vote. But I think, but I feel like this is the way I really do service, and I'm really, I can do it in small ways, and like with a small film like this, that I think will have a huge impact. Talk about the power of theater, to talk about power of grace, the power of process, and look at these communities in a different way. These men that I know, I grew up with many men like this. So I understand that there's more complexity and levels, and if you get to the heart of it. And so I think that's what these gentlemen, with Greg and Clint, invited me to be a part of, and Monique are the producers as well. They invited me to be a part of this sort of beautiful, soulful mission with what we can do and what we have access to as filmmakers. If we have a choice on what we're going to make and what we believe will make a difference, it's something like this.
For sure. Greg, you tweeted that that Colman is one of our greatest actors, one of our greatest humans. In the process of making this movie, what did you learn about Colman, the man and the performer?
Well, I had only written one name in my notebook to play Divine G, and it was Colman. and so that was our first call. And so I feel like maybe my whole life something had been drawing me to him for we were meeting somewhere, travelers on a road, that we were headed for each other. But what I wasn't prepared for is to be someone who can both be exacting in the pursuit of something better beyond like what maybe sometimes I thought myself we could attain, but then yet both completely open on what that could be. And he's both a leader and a listener. He's someone who can bear the deepest parts of his soul, but then, within microseconds, like share 50 other feelings and emotions. He could close himself up and then open himself up again, and it's just like that's what it means to be alive. Like he becomes this portal into the depths of the human experience that I think I've never witnessed from another actor. And I think it's no surprise that there's this culmination of a Colmanescence.
Colmanescence.
Playing it now here, but. And it couldn't have happened to someone like who will use that to make this world better and more loving and more inviting. I'm grateful to be his friend.
Yeah. It sounds like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. It sounds like that, which is beautiful because it's not guaranteed in any workplace or on any set to have that kind of connection and exchange, I believe, is what you're describing. Colman, why was it important, because you just mentioned, when you said Divine G, I think Divine I, shout out to Divine I. Why was it important to have the real life inmates who've been through this program in the film?
Listen, when he told me, you and Clint was on a Zoom, and you told me you were very excited, you said, this after we had been having conversations about it and the process of it, and we were talking about casting.
Yeah.
And he said, he had this smile on his face. He was like, how about your castmates, these people? And he told me who, and I said, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm used to, a cast list of people that I'm familiar with their work in some way.
They got an IMDb.
Oh yeah, I'm like, I can figure out how to operate with them in some way.
Yeah.
This felt like a whole new playing field.
Right.
It felt like I was just getting started again, because I get to work with a company of artists who, at their core, they love the work and they love trying to figure out the work. It's something they were drawn to while they were in these communities, and it was a tool that they help them process and be in touch with their feelings and have some accountability of their history in some way. And I'm like, yeah, me too. That's why I use this work.
Right.
I love being an actor, and I love the research part of it more than anything. And
Right.
I love tapping into things that make us feel something again. So I got really excited about it, and I knew it was going to be something that was going to change me in some way. And I think I'm drawn to anything that I feel like, it's going to be an opportunity to shift what I think about what I know for many, many years. Now I need to get to unknow it again.
Right.
What a great opportunity, especially with these very generous artists.
100%. I just remember, just from that answer, I remember that moment when I'm looking at the screen and I'm going, wait, that looks like the same. Because when it goes to the real footage,
Yeah.
I said, wait, that's the same.
That's the aha
something
moment.
happened,
Yeah.
I haven't been that excited about a movie in a long time. Like, I was like, holy moly, did that just happen? And then we walk out of the theater and we're
It's
just
so
like,
meta, right?
it's so meta. It's so meta. It's so meta. I was like, but that's the thing. It's like the humanity
Yeah.
of that. Well, I won't go there, but that can't be duplicated. That is so powerful.
Right.
That's art,
Yeah.
So I get halfway through the interview, I'm gonna say congratulations again, because what you guys accomplish is a very unique experience, especially going in without knowing about what to expect, and that's how we went in, kind of cold. Oof, walked out hot.
Oh man, walked in cold, walked out hot.
That's it.
Thank you.
This is the last question. I'll just pose it to both of you. I shared with you my experience. And my experience, and I think that has a lot to do with me as a black man and people I grew up with, and hoping for, you're competing with an identity that society has for you, but you're also competing with, how passionate and loving these people are. How do you hope audiences will walk out of the theater once they finally see this?
You just made me think of a quote. I hope that has something to do with this.
Go for it.
But I think Oprah said it in an interview. She says, everything that I have inside of me is the same makings that, she said, I could have been a really good criminal. She said, because all the skills that I have and the intelligence has helped me become who I am.
Right.
But it's the same skills. It's just what comes in to help you move that in a certain way.
Right.
And I think that once people get a skill set and understand how all that intelligence, all that passion, all that rage, all that fire can be used and transformed into something else and something useful. But it's the same stuff.
Yeah.
So we're all made of the same stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just what helps us funnel it in a different way.
Right.
So I feel like that's what I hope that we give to audiences, that they can see themselves and all of the characters and all of the experiences, and also see these people who they are today, actually.
Like the video? Then hit the button, or better yet, drop us a comment. Then check out our latest videos here. And don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button here for more celebrity interviews and entertainment news.